You are saying that this person cannot perform. Yet you are saying he in our party. Party nonsense. I've told, if you vote party, the way you will suffer, me, I'll be here, I'll tell you, I will suffer with you. Nothing will make me suffer with you. I know too much that I can't suffer. But I can tell you, look, you know I'm a man of God. Try to make mistake. Neither will tumble to 5,000. If you don't want another to tumble to 5,000, better tell yourself what to do. It's a word to you when you vote people who have nothing in their head. If you vote party this time, Nigerians, we go fall our hand and watch on. All the things they are suffering, am I suffering with you? I'm too connected by covenant to suffer what people are suffering. But if you vote, it's a word to you when your leader is like a child. That means any leader who will be using tampers is dangerous. It's a word to the whole life. When thy king is what? Child. It's the Bible, I'm not the one who said it. It's a word to the whole land. When thy king is a child. They use tampers for children. So if you have a leader who they use tampers, woe to you. And the priest is eating him. It's the Bible, I'm not the one that said it.
Shall we begin? Now, let's look at Peter Obi's final address. That is the final page of Peter Obi's final address and Labour Party's final address. The final page. I want to still bring to your attention the extopel that Peter Obi and his team has asked the judges in the court to grant over Inec in order to stop them from restricting their initial agreement. When one person has, either by virtue of an existing court judgment, deed or agreement, or by his declaration, act or omission, intentionally caused or permitted another person to believe a thing to be true and to act upon such belief, neither he nor his representative in interest shall be allowed in any proceeding between himself and such person or such person's representative in interest to deny the truth of that thing. So, the extopel that we are talking about is a form of like a covenant that stops one from engaging or trying to ridicule the before statement made by the agreement. Now let's look at Peter Obi's final address, the last paragraph. Now, in conclusion, may we respectfully commend to your lordship the words marble of the Kenyan Supreme Court in the case of Raila Odinga and Ano vs. Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission and ORS 2017 KESC 31 KLR paragraph 399, when in nullifying the election that returned H.E. Uhuru Kenyatta as the winner of Kenya presidential election in 2017. S. Kadre said, what of the argument that this court should not subvert the will of the people? The court is one of those to whom the sovereign power has been delegated under Article 1, subsection 3c of the same constitution. All its powers, including that of invalidating a presidential election, are not self-giving nor forcefully taken, but are donated by the people of Kenya. Now let's look at what Nigeria is up to now. Look at this paragraph. They said, including that of invalidating of presidential election, are not self-giving nor forcefully taken, but are donated by the people, whether of Kenya, whether of Africa, whether Nigeria. Now we're talking about the Nigerian presidential election that just concluded, that has been causing a lot of havoc lately, where Bola Ahmed Tinubu has insisted that he is going to be the president of Nigeria, which by the constitution, you cannot come and announce somebody the president of Nigeria, knowing fully well that the statistics cannot be proven. How do you prove that Bola Ahmed Tinubu become president. So you just wake up one morning as the INEC chairman and you say this person is the president. Whereas people were standing under the rain, people were standing under the sun, people were committed to doing the right thing. But all you were more interested is the highest bidder. The Nigerian democracy is crumbling gradually. And if the court should fail, it will give these criminals more chances, more arms in the government, more authority to say that if this person did it, we can do it. If Tinubu did it, we can do it. It is very dangerous as a democratic system of government that our country is being plugged by Oleni Bekun and the rest of them who wishes to destroy Nigeria. They may not know what they are doing to themselves now because Bola Ahmed Tinubu has already destroyed himself. He doesn't care to bring others down. And I would like to advise the judges and including the lawyers who are protecting this dishonesty to look forward to the future of their children. Now, to dishonestly exercise that delegated power and to close our eyes to constitutional violation would be a declaration of duty, and we refuse to accept the invitation to do so. However popular the invitation may seem, however popular the invitation may seem, therefore, however burdensome, let the majesty of the Constitution reverberate across the length and breadth of our motherland. Let it bubble from our rivers and ocean. Let it boomerang from our hills and mountains. Let it serenade our household from the trees. Let it spout from our institution of learning. Let it toil from our sanctums of prayer. And to those who bear the responsibility of leadership, let it be a constant irritant. This is one of the beautiful parts of the Labour Party. Now let's look at the final epistle that the Labour Party has asked the courts to grant. So P2B's lawyer asking that INEC be stopped from saying that they can decide to either upload in real time or not after. They promise to, number one, they are legally mandated to, number two, they administratively are required to. So INEC must not be allowed to contradict this. We are stepping forward to one of the most important units, which is INEC failed their own law. P2B's final address is something that, even though it's not yet out, the little pages that we could get hand of, you cannot tell me that any judge or any court will see the whole evidence and decide to do what? Return to that circle of this dishonesty. Eyes is on judiciary. I don't mean the people are not watching. These guys would have concluded with the case since. But this time around, the tension is high, and even the people that have collected bribe cannot even use the bribe money. They ought to return it back and make sure that the constitution of Nigeria is not disrespected. They ought to make sure that the constitution of Nigeria is not disrespected, because the Electoral Act have said it the way it's going to be, the doctrine of estoppel and the rest of them. And if we look at INEC rules, it said electronic transmission, upload of election result and publishing to the INEC result viewing IRF portal. One of the problem noticed in the electoral process is the irregularities that take place between the polling unit PUs after the announcement of the result and the point of result collation. Sometimes results are hijacked, changed or even destroyed at the PU, or on the way to the collation centers, it becomes necessary to apply technology to transmit the data from the polling units such that the results are collated up to the point of result declaration. The real-time publishing of polling unit level result on IRF portal and transmission of results using the BVAS demonstrates INEC's commitment to transparency in result management. Now, do you know that when they announced Tinubu as the president of Nigeria, people were seeing more abandoned results that they didn't count? So this is just plain. INEC has nothing to defend. APC has nothing to prove. Tinubu has no case to make. This is just plain. After the declaration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we still notice some ballot boxes that have not been counted. So where did INEC chairman, for crying out loud, got his statistics? Thank you for supporting the Future News, and we'll bring you more updates. Peace.